Huh?
Who got a dog? Mute your Zoom. Whoever got a dog.
Fury, we got Shirelle is the deputy director of Die Jim Crow Records, and her debut album comes out June the 19th. June the 19th. And we have
Juneteenth, baby.
Juneteenth. We have who'll be showing up. We have Nicole Fleetwood is the author of the newly published Marking Time, Art, Incarceration. She is a Rutgers professor who specializes in visual culture, Black culture studies, and gender theory. And we have Birch is a poet born and raised in New York City. She is the author of Fergus Sonnet, Boom, and Faces in the Clouds. Welcome here, everybody. Welcome. There she go.
What are you doing here?
Hey.
Hi, can you see me?
Yeah.
Yes, we see you.
Hi, Maxwell. It's good to see you. I was having trouble getting in. Sorry for the delay.
How you doing, Nicole? Good to see you too.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes,
Can
we
you
hear
okay?
you well.
Okay.
Hear you well and see
Great.
you well.
So I'm super happy to participate in the fundraiser.
Yes.
And what I wanted to say is that I'd like to contribute $100 towards it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for doing the work you're doing.
Yeah, we just hit our first goal this week and we doubled it because there's so
That's
much,
amazing.
so
That's
many
incredible.
people in need. So we're just gonna keep going.
And I think it's great what you all are doing to provide protective equipment to people inside prisons.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
I just want to say, Miss Fleetwood, I look up to
It's
you.
good to see you.
Follow your path. I appreciate you. I admire you. You're an inspiration for me to keep moving forward. I just want to put that on record.
I appreciate that. And I'm so inspired by you. And I love your flow.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey!
Well, I mean, if we haven't learned anything from this week, I hope we've learned that we have to love each other while we're here now.
Yes.
That's right. Amen.
Absolutely. Right.
So, Hurray and Maxwell, I would love to talk with you a bit about Marking Time, my book on art and mass incarceration. You all have been such an important part of the journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We want to hear from you. Well, hold
and
up though.
And some of the
Mo, are you?
Nicole, who's a part of Die Jim Crow, is also in the book.
Yep. I'm gonna text her right now and see if she can join us.
Okay.
And I think that book is really, it's marking of time. It's the right time too, Nicole, that the book came out right now. I mean, the title suits well and everything as well. The title of it is, the marking of time. Wow, people serving in there is picking out their life stories, whether through art, artistically, about visual arts and everything, expressing what they feel, whether it's their pain, whether it's their love, or whatever it is that they feel. That you can put all of it together. It says a whole lot. It's a whole lot. Like some people might not even realize how much is wrapped up into that book. How many different stories are in that book? How many lives? How much pain? How much hurt? There's a lot of different things in there. You can gather a lot from it, other than just being a picture of art or just an art. It's a lot of stories in that.
Thank you for saying that. And as I told people, like the title came just from visiting my cousins in prison and just thinking like, this is how we mark time in this era, especially for people who are directly impacted or have loved ones incarcerated.
Absolutely.
And you were researching the book for what, about 5-10 years? A long time.
Yeah, it was about 10 years in total. And I met you and Maxwell, I think I was like 5 or 6 years into it, because we met in, I think, 2016, 2017. And I want to shout out Quabina Slatter, who introduced us to each other.
Yes.
Yeah. And, and I was thinking about that event that we did at the Met Brewer. That seems so long ago, but that was so great, Maxwell, hearing you tell your story. Yeah. And I feel like you were doing, I focus on visual arts, but you as a sound artist and producer, you were doing similar things, figuring out how to turn what was your punishment, time,
Yeah.
because prison sentences is like experiencing time as punishment, right?
Yes.
And so you were figuring out how to turn that into something that exceeded that mandate of the state to punish you, like you wanted it to be something that brought you in proximity and community, right? And that where you were able to create. So,
and and that was really, to be able to do that. When I look back, sometimes I still can't believe it because it's something that just doesn't happen in there like that. But that we was able to get through it. We was able to convey a strong message of what we were going through, and just to try to enlighten others out there so that they wouldn't have to live the story, so they wouldn't have to live my story again. So that's why I share mine.
Right. So in the book I interview, it focuses on like 70 interviews with currently and formerly incarcerated artists. Some of them are still in prison and dealing with the threat of this pandemic. And so I want to shout out to them. Kenneth Reams, who's in Arkansas, Eddie Cates, who's at Rahway, who's in New Jersey. I don't know if you ever he was there. I don't know if you ever met Eddie Cates. He's been at Rahway. He's been in prison for 28 years.
I may have, but by name, no.
And his drawing is in the book. He started taking a drawing class when he was in his early 60s.
Oh, all right.
And is a phenomenal artist. And then the cover art is by Mark Lafney. And Mark is currently in prison in Pennsylvania. And Carnell Honeycutt, the list goes on. Aaron Caslin, people who are in the book who are still in prison, and and I'm lifting them up and praying for their safety and the safety of all incarcerated people.
Yes.
Amen. No. Do you have a copy of the book on hand? I want to see it.
Well, I would love to show you a copy of it, but I don't have a copy of it on hand. I quarantined between two different places, and I'm not in my primary place people now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
let me pull it up on my screen so people can see it.
Copies of it?
I sent them all to prisons. I don't have a single copy. I even gave my own away.
She has a copy she can show us.
Oh yeah.
Jason just said that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna put her as a panelist. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah. And Wendy also, one of the blessings, and I use words like prayer and blessings, and I'm not a religious person, but if there's a religion for me, it's loving humanity, And so when I say I lift up or I pray, for me, it's a way of connecting beyond the self to a broader sense of humanity, which I think is what you all are, what is at the core of Die Jim Crow. Is how do we connect, and how do we connect? How do we love? How do we care for each other? That's not based in carceral logics, not based in the idea that punishment when people need care and healing and all kinds of services, right?
And like the idea of arts programming in general. I mean, I feel like by doing your book, you basically created your own. And that's kind of what Die Jim Crow is about too. Like there are no arts programmings really in prison. And so
in many prisons,
you just start our own,
Yeah.
In most, yeah.
Well, and what you're doing is also is different because you're also like, people think that there will be technical limitations trying to produce music, but you've found ways. Imagination is the key to invention, right? Like you have to imagine the possibility, and then you start working towards. And that's also like around us just creating another society. Also, it's like we have to imagine other ways of relating to people, right? And other ways of being in order for us to actually create those different worlds we want to be in.
For sure.
Absolutely.
So can you add Wendy, Jason? It'd be great to add Wendy because Wendy's been on like a few different events that I've been speaking at, but I haven't seen her. And it'd be great to hear her voice and hear what she's doing with Justice Arts Coalition. She also connects in a similar way to you because I was able to get funding from Art for Justice to underwrite free copies of the book to be sent to people in prison. Yeah. And so I sent Wendy some of the books. I sent you Die Jim Crow, and I'm just thanking all my collaborators for helping to get the book out to people in prison.
For sure. Yeah.
Someone said there's a crazy echo, by the way, that we're echoing.
I don't hear an echo.
No, I don't hear one.
I don't either. Maybe it's on their end.
Yeah, well, it's probably on your end. Wendy, let's see that book.
What's up? That might have been my echo because I had my mute off for a minute and I'm outside, so there are cars driving by. Book.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to see Wendy. I haven't seen her yet.
Hi.
You can't see her?
Hi.
Hi, I'm sweaty because I've been outside all day and I don't shower anymore, but here I am.
Well, you know, and you've been at these different events, but
You
I
look
haven't
so
seen
pristine
you, so it's great to
always.
see you. Huh?
I know. I said you always look so pristine.
I don't feel that way, but thank you for saying it.
I know. I've been at the events, but I'm always invisible. I like it that way, actually. Here's your beautiful book. This is the version that's going inside.
Thank you, Wendy.
If you want me to open it to anything in particular?
Well, we were, I think Tamika Cole would be great because Jim Crow and Fury, they were so instrumental to connecting me with Tamika Cole, and also just encouraging Tamika to make art, because Tamika is so talented. But you know, like many people in prison have like many things that she's working with, and you know, having someone encourage her to prioritize her art was really, really, really key. And this is Locked in a Dark Home, which is just like an amazing work of art. And it's so beautiful that, you know, you all know we're working on an exhibition at PS1, and that's the signature piece that we're using to promote the exhibition. Thank you, Wendy. And the exhibition is happening. So it will happen. We just don't know the date yet. We're actually in conversations, but of course we have to make sure the museum can reopen safely. But they've committed to the show. And that's also, I'm going to send out an email to the whole Die Jim Crow community and the Justice Arts Coalition community, because PS1 is doing their big gala event on May 27th. And I'm one of the honoraries, and they're asking all the people who contributed to the book to show up for this online gala. It's going to be a fun event.
Cool.
So that's May 27th.
Cool. So we're partnering up with Prisoner Express to send the books in, because since they are through a library, they have more access, and
they have great access. And we sent some copies to them too, but they have a huge network. So I'm glad. And Tracy Ziegler is fantastic, and so is Gary.
Amazing. Tracy's amazing.
So that's wonderful.
But other than that, how's the book? The book is doing good though, isn't it?
What did you say?
I said the book is doing good though, isn't it? The book is doing great though, isn't it?
You're breaking up. So can someone else tell me if you understood what he said? Can someone else tell me?
Yeah, he asked you, is the book doing great?
I mean, well, I don't know what great is, but I feel like all the events have been going really well.
What I mean is it's getting around.
Yeah, and I think partly word of mouth, and I've, you know, that it came out like 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks ago. Yeah. And it was already in prisons, like about 1,000 copies. And I've been, you know, some of you were at the book launch, and there was like 700 people online. And then yesterday we did a really great event with Piper Kerman, and there was like 170 something people for it. And the day before I did something with Ruha Benjamin at Princeton. So, you know, just using this vehicle, using this space to get to talk to people and get the word out. On Monday, I'm doing an event with PD Green. Do you all know the PD Green program?
No.
They provide tutorial services to incarcerated people. So I can connect you with Mako. They do it all over the country, and they're fantastic. So they get volunteer tutors to work with people in prison around, you know, who are in educational programs.
Yes.
So Monday I'm doing an event with them.
All right.
So who's your musical guest? Do you have a musical guest lined up?
Oh yeah.
BL.
Is that happening next?
Yeah, are we ready for some music?
Wendy, it was great to see you. Maxwell.
Yes.
Siri.
Thank you, Nicole.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's great. It's great. Thank you all for including me.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
And good luck with and I hope somebody matches my donation.
All right, Nicole. And thanks for coming on, Nicole.
Everybody check out Marking Time, Art in the Age of Mass Incarceration. Nicole Fleetwood. I'm gonna put a link in the chat box, but Nicole Fleetwood I just personally want to shout you out. You've been like a huge supporter of DJC going back 3-4 years ago when I first met you. And that means a lot to me from a person of your quality and beliefs and ethics. So thank you for everything.
Well, and you've been great to be in community with, and I've learned a ton from Maxwell. So just thank you all for being part of my community.
All right, Professor, Scholar.
We have to all lift each other up.
Look, when you look at your name, Professor, Scholar, Historian, all that, man. Look, so many different things, man. All wrapped up in one.
Yeah.
All right, continue, Nicole, and look forward to seeing you.
Thank you. Okay,
Peace.
good luck.
All right, peace.
Bye.
It's called Sick and Demented.
Oh, turn it up.
Restricted Movement 2. But I got a new one coming out called Inside of Troy. June 9th. Wilding on the streets. All about some fucking sweets. Cause my Iversons was linked and I had callous on my feet. It was hollow in my heart. I had hollows in that piece. Got a raucous bottom sauce when niggas holler and they scream. Yeah.
Sick and demented, different dimension, nigga. Sick and demented, different dimension when you're taking the pictures, nigga. Riding on them streets, all about some fucking streets. Cause my Iversons was lean and I had collars on my feet. I was hollow in my heart, and I had hollows in that piece. Got raucous bottom shots when niggas holler and they scream. Cause my mama was a fiend, I ain't got no fucking dream. I ain't got a spot, ain't got a body, ain't got a cop to see. But I got money, I got power, I got power, what you mean? We was mobbing in the hour, so that I fuck you mean, fuck you mean, fuck you mean, fuck you mean.
Make a come and she kiss you. Make sure the niggas running with you gon' bust their pistol and shut the issue. I done seen niggas freeze up, chop spit, turn a popsicle. I done watch niggas speak up and G's up to sound like sickle. Only time they wanna ride with you when your ass head to hospitals. Cause waiting on the pill, we got 2 months spit bicycle. Feel like I'm doing life with you. Cause I've been enough, them state numbers more familiar than my initials. Bodies better heard about riddles.
Wildin' on them streets, all about some fucking shit. My Iversons was linked and I had collars on my feet. I was hollow in my heart, I had hollows in that piece. Got raucous bottom shots when niggas holler and they scream.
Yeah.
Sick and demented, it's a different dimension, nigga. It's a sick and demented, it's a different dimension when you're thinking of trenches, nigga.
What you know about my battle? Face down, cracks up the costume, I got it. And they got the gun and you shot it. Then come to us, rock bottom. You started pop to the powder, get no rock at the bottom. Shit drop before I took it out, yeah. I can never be outdone. I done came from not a crumb to the end, cause made an outcome. Kept a gun, but I'm not afraid like the same code, that's what I want. Had to fight like every night, had to put a knife where I'm from. Find the light when the night comes, soldiers, that's for sure. So I thought it off on full. I keep telling y'all young boys, we done did this shit before. Then they wounds, they get the action when that rain start to pour. If you scratch it, it's a privilege, cause you made it through that door. Moving backwards on this mission, just can't take this shit no more. Like I'm scratching and I'm picking on my scabs to make it so. And I'm snatching, I ain't stealing, I ain't snaking it for sure. I ain't asking for permission, I'ma take it, I'm that boy.
We was wildin' on the streets, all about some fucking sneaks. Cause my Iversons was lean and I had collars on my feet. I was hollow in my heart, I had hollows in that piece. Got raucous bottom shots when niggas holler and they scream, yeah. Sick and demented, it's a different dimension, nigga. It's a sick and demented, it's a different dimension, nigga. Thick in the trenches, nigga.
Hey! Hello, everybody.
Hey.
So,
Hey.
my name is Shirelle, for anybody who hasn't seen me before. And I'm the Deputy Director of Dodge and Crow. I'm going to be doing a song off my upcoming album called Conspiracy. It seems to be I mean, I just got to do it. Every time I do this benefit, I just feel like I got to do it for my guys. You know, I got B. Alexis and Graham, SCI in South Carolina. I got Ock, Mac. I got Clay, Rosetta. I got Iself. I got Bobo. I mean, I got so many partners inside that I'm representing for. So I don't feel it appropriate without doing this song. And it's called Conspiracy. And this is just how a lot of people end up in the system, you know, not really having nothing to do with anything. But we're going to get into it. I don't want to waste your time too much. Yeah, with your niggas at the bar, stumble over to the car, slouch the back of the leg, I seeing stars as they roll back. All of a sudden, fold in the snack. Caddy moving real fast, being on the dash, low on that ass. Bang out with some crash, that's when shit go black. When you come to a crack, you got the damn arm side behind your back. You don't even know what happened, but you know you ain't a ramp. So they bet you the book and bail a few stacks, you ain't got that. Victim getting life flighted, crunch more than indictment. OG say fight the jailhouse boy, he's telling you to fight it. Wife got you on silent. Shit, so do you stop, bitch. Sully said it's election year. I don't know what that means. Me, if you lose, you get me electrocuted. Bleed off for his hella years. You got a hold in a well of tears. Can't cry all these bells they hear. You ain't getting no melanin. Think about telling you hella scared. But if you tell that punk shit, that coffee pick with melanin. This the system.
Tell them the person, realize nobody miss you.
This the system.
You realize the bitches they coming to visit my nigga.
This the system.
And when you come home, your kids will remember you, nigga.
This the system.
Practice fitness, religion, go with the blessing.
Oh man, I wanna go home. Damn, I ain't got no home plan. If you got a home family, you in the cold, damn, it's the only home that I
It's the only home.
no child get an elbow, working out the joke though. Keep putting in the pill, should've took the deal, I say hell no. Nightmares leave your sheep tied around 10 neck, just like them. But you know that the hell you go if you do already in the hellhole. Wife, you got a new nigga, got him raising your kids in. Down the poles, find a roll, nigga, getting ass whipping. Your mom died, she was sickin'. You ain't get the old bitch shit. You ain't find out till one of your siblings came through with a conviction. It's been 15 you been in, 1,000 roommates you live with. A new dude with a box walk in, you realize that's your kid. Shit, he don't even remember you, even though you're identical. Guess the cycle continues. Yes, the cycle continues. This is the system.
Tell them the person, realize nobody miss you.
This is the system.
Realize the bitches they coming to visit my nigga.
This is the system.
And when you come home, your kids will remember you, nigga.
This is the system.
Practice fitness, religion, you're with the blessing.
Oh man, I wanna go home. Damn, I ain't got no home plan.
I got nowhere to go.
Maybe your own family, you in the cold. Damn, it's the only home that I
It's the only home that I got.
Oh man, I ain't got no home plan. I ain't got no home plan.
I got nowhere to go.
Maybe your own family, you in the cold. Damn, it's the only home that I
It's the only home that I know.
Hey, I got Fury coming up on the check. Hey,
It's the only home that I know.
hey, what's up? Hey, Mac, what's
I got
up?
nowhere to go.
Hey, myself, what's up? Them my niggas, y'all. And when they shit drop, y'all niggas better check them out. Yo, this is the only. It's the only. It's the only. This is the only. This is the only. This is the only. Hey guys, thank you. That was
Good.
that is on my upcoming album, Asada Troy, coming out June 19th. Juneteenth. I am here, guys. I am present, but I have a wife whose birthday is today, and she is also formerly incarcerated, and she's the #1 optician in Philadelphia, Miss Latoya Ross. Happy birthday. I love you to death, and I have to go play good wife for a little while, but I will return in a few seconds. So thank you guys. I love you all. Thank you for supporting.
Bravo.
Thank y'all.
Happy birthday, Toya.
Yeah, that was out of sight, really. Yeah, Fury, thank you so much for inviting me. There's 1 in every 3 women who's incarcerated in the world is incarcerated here in the United States.
Mm.
And getting PPE into the prisons, it's not just good for the inmates, it's good for the guards. It's good for the entire system that's in that place. So it's so important to continue this work. And I'm really flattered and honored to be able to share some poems on behalf of this important cause.
Appreciate you.
I do what I can. The first poem I'm going to read is called Black Gotham Walking Tours. And it's for the Grimke sisters. The Grimke sisters were 2 Southern abolitionists who fought virulently against slavery. This poem is for them. Walt Whitman's body is built on the backs of slaves, the birth of a nation. Oh, Captain, my Captain, the rise of the new Negro, on the ashes of Sojourner Truth. American history is Black history. Let the show begin at the New Federal Theater with Woody King Jr. and Nizaki Shang. For all the colored girls, nurses singing Riser by Riser, Elizabeth Tyler, Edith Carter, Give Me a Rose, all the pink collar women and men who face voter suppression, businesses on fire, lynch mobs. Remember 1863, the slave riots on the West Side, in the West Village, charred and dragged, burnt and discarded, black bodies bleed. Once I walked across the state of Alabama. It hurt to sweat each day. I was with the NAACP. I was with Ida B. Wells and Du Bois. I was with Rosa Parks, step-stepping, 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 step-stepping. So in a former life, it feels like I spent some time walking across the state of Alabama with the NAACP in the American Journey for Justice, which was to highlight voter suppression and voting rights amongst people of color. And it's such an important time to vote. I don't know how the election in November will work out, but we have to make sure that we don't become disenfranchised because of the coronavirus. We have to figure out a way to still have our election here in the United States of America. So the next poem I'm going to read for you tonight is a little bit of audience participation. It's called Performance Art. What would Lady Gaga do? I'm going to ask you to dance with me. Fury requested this poem. All means, for gosh sake, dance with me, for Christ's sake. All right, so Gaga, smoking hot, not your mama. Do the robot. Everyone, do the robot dance with me for a little bit. Let's just robot it out. And I hope that you enjoy doing the robot dance as much as I enjoy doing the robot dance. Call, call, call when I'm alone. Mall, 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 telephone. Baby, baby, born this way. maybe, gay. Glitter lands, diamond encrusted hands.
Woo!
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
So, not that long ago, I was homeless and I lived in a shelter, and not that long ago, I spent a night in jail, and that was also a really amazing experience for. This was before I worked at the Trader Joe's, and so this issue is really close to my heart. This is called A Poem I Stole. And when I was walking across the South, the state of Alabama, with the NAACP, we used to sing this as a song. And I took the lyrics and I just made it into a poem. But I want to share it with you. I hear the voice of my grandmother calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother calling me. Wake up, she says. Wake up, she says. Listen, listen. Listen, listen. This poem is called Grandma Died a Hero. There's a virus on the loose killing animals, did you hear? There's a virus on the loose killing animals, did you hear? Can you taste the fear? It's not the cough that carries them off. It's the coffin they carry them off in. Grandma died of cancer. Grandma died of a stroke. Grandma died of a heart attack. Died in April. Grandma died in May. Grandma died on Tuesday. Grandma died today. One day, I hope, history. I have no children. Maybe I won't die a grandma. Lilies crown me, luscious aroma flowers. It's not the cough that carries them off. It's the coffin they carry them off in. I'm going to read a poem called Funeral Blues. It's from my book of Shakespearean sonnets called Sonnet Boom. Clocks stop, locks pop, doves overhead, love's dead, song forgotten, long locked in, trees, leaves, leaves, trees. This poem is, this will be my most famous performance. Coming to the yard art, not that tart art sale, on the beat, ships, stern forward, our back. Can you feel fermescent? The crawling eye, the curved line. The last poem I'm going to read tonight is from my chapbook called Faces in the Clouds. And this is a book I wrote when I was 25. And so I think about, because I'm 40, and these poems feel far, yet they seem important. And this one's called Summertime. It's for Lawrence Fair and a friend of mine who died from the opioid epidemic named Simon Hunt. What has become of the summers of yesteryears past? What have become of the Coney Island cyclone Sundays? 101 Fahrenheit hot dogs on Tuesday afternoons, and Long Island sunset drives with Grandpa. What became of the 1984 mob Oldsmobile? Oh, how we listened to tearfully smiling children sing about their long-lost parents, while relating to the cousins whose mother had taken ill and died. Suddenly last summer, Grandpa went blind. The roller coaster ride ended and the carousel began. the train rides, the long rides, the free rides, and the dreams. The dreams of the smell of pine cones in spring, and then again in fall. Now, I tend to think ahead. Oh, how the multicolored foliage will drift to the ground when I'm in the autumn of my life. And dreaming, still dreaming, back to the Coney Island in my mind. Thank you again, Fury. Donate cause. Get more PPE into the prisons. It matters. It makes a difference. This is mutual aid.
I appreciate you, Alma. That was great. Was that a Lawrence Ferlinghetti shout out there?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Alma and Nicole and BL. That was dope to start us off. Appreciate you guys. We got 3 more heavy hitters coming up next who I am very honored to introduce. First up, we have Alinda Segara. Am I saying that right? Segara?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hi.
Alinda is a Bronx born and raised New Yorican, BX, in the building. She began playing music on the streets of New Orleans. Can't think of a better place to start playing music. And began releasing music under the name Hurray for the Riff Raff in 2006 and has been touring and performing ever since. Personally a big fan. I saw you on Democracy Now! A few years ago and was hooked since then, and have definitely listened to your music on road trips going to prisons across the country. So it's really cool that you're here right now. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. Like, it's really crazy because just today, one of my friends that I've been visiting there's a lot of immigrant detention centers in Louisiana that I've been, working with folks that are inside. And I just got a letter, right before I turned on this computer from my friend. So it felt really, but this is a cause that really means a lot to me. And so I thought a pretty good song to play would be the song Pa'lante. And for anyone who doesn't know, the word pa'lante means to move forward. It's a word that Puerto Rican people hold really dear to us. And that's where my family's from, Puerto Rico. I just want to go to work and get back home and be something. Oh, I just want to fall in line and do my time and be something. Well, I just want to prove my worth on the planet Earth and be something. I just want to fall in love and not fuck it up and feel something. Well, lately, I don't understand what I am. I'm treated as a fool, not quite a woman or a man. Well, I don't know, I guess I don't understand the plan. Colonized and hypnotized, I'll be something. Sterilized, dehumanized, I'll be something. They say take your pay, but stay out the way, go be something. They tell you do your best, but fuck the rest, be something. Well, lately, it's been mighty hard to see. I'm just searching for my lost humanity. I look for you, my friends, but do you look for me? I'm not too afraid to die. I wanna leave it all behind. I think about it sometimes. And lately all my time's been moving slow. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Just give me time and I'll know. Oh, any day now. Oh, any day now I will come along. Oh, any day now. Oh, any day now I will come along. Oh, I will come along. They all died, dreaming, hating, and waiting. Dead Puerto Ricans who never knew they were Puerto Ricans, who never took a coffee break from the 10 Commandments to kill, kill, kill the landlords of their cracked skulls and communicate with their Latino souls. Juan, Miguel, Milagros, Olga, Manuel, from the nervous breakdown streets where the mice live like millionaires and the people, they do not live at all. Hill to the ghost of Emmett Till, pa'lante. And to Juan, Miguel, Milagros, Manuel, pa'lante. And to all who have died, we say pa'lante. And to all who lost your pride, pa'lante. And to all who have to survive, pa'lante. To my mother, to my father, pa'lante. To Julia and to Sylvia, pa'lante. To my brothers, to my sisters, pa'lante. Before we say pa'lante. Thank you guys. Well, can I do one more? All right, cool. This is a song called Living in the City, and it's for everybody in New York. I got a hurricane, and Big Danny is wasted. He said I'm the sweetest thing, that he's never tasted. Might have posted singing love songs, all in a dark apartment, 14 floors of burden, and 14 floors of dying. Living in the city, we're just living in the city. Living in the city, boy. Well, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. I take you to the stairwell. I give you something I can't offer. You know, the heart, it's not the hopeless. The heart is a lonely hunter. Hot long summer days, we're just sneaking by the river while I lock my dreams away. And I watch the city quiver, living in the city. We're just living in the city. I live in the city. Well, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Gypsy bit the dust. You know, the shitty head, it was poison. Now everybody wants just a taste of what we're sold. Standing on the rooftops, we're just yelling till the morning. All surrounded by the vision of all who came before them. Living in the city, we're just living in the city. I live in the city, boy. Well, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Living in the city, we're just living in the city. I live in the city. Well, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Oh, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Bravo, bravo. Anthems. All right. Thank you. Hooray for the Riff Raff. So next up, we got Alex Tatarsky. And Alex is something else. I've known Alex since I was like 14 or something. And Alex is a born and bred New Yorker who makes performances somewhere in between comedy, performance art, dance theater, and diluted rant, sometimes with songs. Lately, she's been reading fortunes out of garbage scraps that fall in her lap. So take it away.
Wow. Hi, everyone. I have a confession to make. I have several confessions to make at the start of my set. One, I hate Zoom, but I'm actually genuinely loving this. It's wild. I'm tripping out over here. This has been so beautiful. Man, wow. I usually feel like Zoom really puts me in touch with the abyss because I'm like so aware of trying to connect but being so alone. But right now, I feel like something is happening. I'm getting the vibes through the screen a little bit. So thank you all very much. And also, so many wild synchronicities. Amma, if you're still here, I met you at a Trader Joe's like a year ago, and we started talking for some reason and about poetry, and you were like, I happen to be a poet, read my poem in the Brooklyn Rail, which I did, and it's so good, and I shared it with my students, and now you pop up in this little frame. So I didn't even think magic was really possible through these devices, but it's feeling very magical. Can you believe that? So that means that the universe said that we must chill, we must.
Okay, all right. After this quarantine thing.
Yes, right, when it is safe to do so. Okay, so yes, and also really funny that every single New Yorker on this Zoom insists on putting that in their bio. Also love, shout out. The main thing about me is I was born and bred in New York. That's my main accomplishment. Okay, so hello. Essentially, a weird thing has happened to me in choir, which is that for some reason I feel more comfortable speaking in a Germanic accent and wearing a jester cap. So it's really odd. I think that I'm so anxious and such an anxious Jew alone in my corners that somehow I need to put on the voice of the oppressor and just put and just make fun and just imagine the possibility of a new world and a new way of being and enjoy being surrounded by my growing heaps of trash, which thank you, Fury, for explaining a little background. There's no more recycling where I am. I'm currently in Philadelphia. Also, shout out Philadelphia. And essentially, here I am, just all my paper scraps. And I've decided, you know what? I can no longer be a clown, which is, if you can believe it, my profession, because I feed off the audience and there's no more audience. My industry was dying and baby, it's dead. So I've switched gears. I'm now a fortune teller of garbage. So what I was thinking was that we can read some trash scraps tonight together, like with my remaining 3.5 minutes or whatever. And we'll take this opportunity to just, instead of trying to produce, take a pause to look at the detritus of this world we have made and see what we can imagine from the scraps and from the broken bits to make something new. Okay. So I think I'll play a beat for one moment and let's all start do a tiny dance with our faces. Here, I made a sign. This is the portion that says face dance, okay? And think of a question that you want to ask the trash. This is probably your only chance because I'm never doing this again. So think of something that you want to know for yourself or for the world, a question, and I will read your garbage fortune, okay? So we'll take a moment to do a little face dance together because we're trapped in small quarters, and why not just practice really expressivity in the one way we can in these tiny frames, okay? Little face dance to each other. Oh, wow. So many things to do. Just dance how you're feeling. And you're thinking, what do I want to know from the garbage of the world? What do I want the detritus of society as it falls apart to tell me? Okay, wonderful. Thank you for dancing with me. Amazing face dance party. Amazing, amazing work, everybody. And does anyone have a question that you want to ask or type, I suppose? And I'll try to read and I'll try to interpret the trash and see what happens. Maybe we have time for 1.5 questions. Anyone at all?
Hey, Alex.
Will, I see you. Oh, can love conquer all? And when will the billionaires be seen as untouchables? Wow. Okay. Karma. Okay. So I'm going to throw the trash in the air. Maybe I'll just combine these questions and see what happens. Thank you, Will. Can love conquer all? Can love conquer all? Can love conquer all? Can love conquer all? When will the billionaires be seen as untouchables? Can love conquer all? When will the billionaires be seen as untouchables? Can love conquer all? When will the billionaires be seen as untouchable? Can love conquer all? Can love conquer? Okay, and the trash has spoken. This is the bits that fell in my hands. Okay, just like tea leaves, but garbage. And I'm going to interpret. Oh my God! Oh, wow, it's looking really good, you guys. It's looking really good. Okay, this is crazy. This was not a plant. This question was not an audience plant. This is happening in real time. Can love conquer all? And when does the billionaires become untouchable? Okay. Wow. Okay. So this is really quite insane. So the first 2 scraps of trash that appeared are, why aren't you running for president? I know it's backwards, but Will, why aren't you running for president? And to all of you, why aren't you running for president? And then also Earth Celebrations, a postcard from 2005. It says, rite of spring procession to save our gardens. Oh my God. Okay. So the trash is very clear. So essentially, love can conquer. Look, if you see here, this is emanating love, and love takes the form of sunflowers. Okay. And in fact, we ourselves are also flowers. So we have to not see this as something distinct from ourselves. Can love conquer all, and will the billionaires be seen as untouchables? The answer is definitively yes. Okay. Because Because we ourselves must emanate ourselves and realize that we are not individuals. We are not so separate from each other and also from these evil people in charge. Why aren't you running for president? And I don't necessarily mean literally if you have some issues with the government, but maybe a flower president. Maybe it's time for us to reimagine altogether, what is this you? What is you? There is no distinction. In fact, in the middle of you, if we can take more close, is the void, is the abyss in which we find ourselves, is the donut hole of nothingness. What is in the very center of you? It's an exclamation. Oh! Oh! And then if we look at the other two, why, right? What is up with these billionaires? Why? And to really get into who we truly are, to really embrace our you, which is really more of an us, right? All together. In fact, an us, oh my God, it becomes an S. Okay, I don't know, it's probably backwards or something for you, but you can become an us, and I don't mean US, I mean a nation of flowers. I mean a nation of possible new growth if in fact we open the O up, and the O itself opens up to the sky and becomes a U and lets you in. You have to let the other in. The billionaires should not become untouchable. We should go touch the billionaires. We should go give them a massage and say, what is your problem? It is time to relax and smell the flowers. Baby, get in this garden with us. And what is a garden really? Except a place for our rage to grow into something else. Grrr, grrr, right? And there's the you. Why? And we open to the heavens and we let it in and we realize, it's time to be flowers, you know what I mean? But also in a concrete political sense, you know what I mean? Okay, thank you. And the trash has spoken, Thank you. Thank you.
Oh man, I'm really tempted to ask you one more question.
We can do a quickie if we have time, I suppose, but you're the MC, so you tell me.
No, you've come up with the question.
A question?
Yeah.
One more
question
quickie,
for the trash.
Quickie trash question.
Well, I guess, I'm so high that everything you said made perfect sense to me.
Wow. Amazing.
So, I don't have no questions. It's crystal clear. I feel you.
Yes. Exactly. Right. We are living in high times. It is high time for this. It is high time for the nonsense. Nothing has been making sense. Enough with sense. Time for nonsense. Well, I think I'll leave on that note. Thank you so much. Honestly, you can always email me a question. I just sit in my bed surrounded by my trash and I'm happy to do what I can, you know what I mean? Thank you for this beautiful benefit. Thank you all. Beautiful performances and amazing ones still to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Woo! All right. Well, Ben Pagano, you got an act to follow.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, cool.
So as Ben gets set up, let me intro you real quick.
Okay.
Bushwick, Brooklyn legend over here, also from New York. Yes, I'm biased. I'm from New York too. I seem to be picking a lot of New Yorkers. Maybe you guys should file a complaint. I don't know, but New York is in the building. Ben Pagano, psych rock, keys galore. Take it away. Rock and roll.
All right. house delayed. Will heart be part of the machine? Soon we all will feel nothing. Like screens we stare at empty, will never be the same. All grown again for a friend, all alone we are gone. Oh, such fun feeling down. Oh, such fun feeling down with all the cool things that you do, destroying me as I am you. Real fast to die then laid to rest with bottles empty, leaving rest all grown again. For a friend, all alone we are gone. And my fun feeling down. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Thank you, Fury, for asking me to play. Please donate to the GoFundMe.
Thank you, Ben.
All right, this next song's called Everyone's Ghosts. There's no control. We remain here, and embers glow for everyone's ghost. Our embers glow for everyone's ghost. Rise to sit again and again. What once was truth now is fiction. We are not real. Our embers glow for everyone's ghost. Our embers glow for everyone's ghost. In our time will go by, and I will find you there. Deep down low, no one close, it will find you. High above, push to shove, it will find you. And our time will go by. Have you seen answers? No more thoughts forced in the trap. We have no questions. Our embers glow for everyone's ghost. Our embers glow for everyone's ghost. Sad for the inside for begins. Fiction once was, now we're true again. We are real. Our embers glow for everyone's ghost. 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 In our time will go by, we'll find you there. Deep and low, no one close, we'll find you. High above, push to shove, we'll find you. And our time will go by. All right, thank you, Fury. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Ben.
Me, Fury?
Yep.
All right. So first coming to the, not the stage, but the virtual stage, I have Mr. Steven Alexander, who's a rock artist and who I'm proud to say is engineering my artist, B. Alexis, who I am executive producing her first project. It's going to be fucking phenomenal. Think Lauryn Hill / Scarface with the voice of like Meg Thee Stallion with the like vibes of Tupac. The shit is going to be fucking epic. And he is the person that's engineering that. Steven Alexander is an electronic singer-songwriter based from Brooklyn, New York, telling stories about loss and overcoming, spanning genres from dark electronic pop to lo-fi folk. And then after that, I have Master Lee, who is just has a trippy vibe. And Master Lee is a shamanic storyteller. He's performed on Sesame Street and Rikers Island. Well, goddamn, that's quite the... I gotta start reading these bios before I talk.
That's amazing.
I don't be expecting the shit. Yeah, that's like fucking legendary. Okay, this nigga, I don't know what race he is, but this nigga been on Sesame Street and Rikers Island, so that's just legendary, straight up. Okay, and then I have, after that, last but never the fucking least, I got my man Bates, who is a rapper, and she does hip hop, and I met her with my, I had a philosopher. I was in a philosophy class when I was upstate. Me and my philosopher bonded really, really well. And we were doing hip hop shows all across America in universities. And she had this other chick coming. And I was like, oh, let me check her out. Let me see what the comp is. You know, I didn't think there was going to be no comp. And when I looked her up, I was like, holy shit, like she's fucking dope. So after that, we just been vibing and we just been creating together and trying to, you know, incorporate each other where we could. So we have Bates coming up after that. So their lineup is Steven Alexander, and then we have Master Lee, and then we have Bates closing out. Steven Alexander, you can take it away.
Hey, what's up? My computer basically almost crashed like a second before I went on, so feeling good about this. Cool. I just got 2 songs really quick. Yeah, here they go.
I just want to say, when we were doing sound check, your room looked way different. But
Yeah, the lighting is
vibey right now. I'm into it.
The years of my life as they've passed have been so open and so dense, with the time between moments and the language past words. I'm so glad to hear your voice. I'm so glad you're in this world. Of all the endless worlds, think of laying in your arms and the forever of a purgatory's calmness, but then I realize it's heaven in radiator heat. So simple in your movements, like cedar growth and low light, losing track of time, but I'm so fine with who I spend it, and I'm glad to give into temptations with you, to give into temptations with you. And so let's go slow, and let's take it slow. And as Jesus spoke from the mountain to the living and the ghost, had he found himself filled with doubt, then what could I be so sure about? Nothing. I won't think about it. I'm just so glad it happened, and I'm glad to give into temptations with you, give into temptations with you. Cool, thanks. I got one more. I like to keep it short, you know. Yeah, this is a song called Then the Water. It's from a record I put out last November. It's about doing really stupid things when you're a kid and looking back and being like, why did I do any of those things, you know? Yeah. I remember the summer nights in the reservoir, bridge, the gleaming stars, and the asphalt, bare road on our bare feet, headlights round the bend, as we count down to our leap out towards the air. And there's no more love, only kindness space pulls us down away from the stars. The horizon descends all around me, heart slow, lungs pounding. Arms crossed over my chest in the season of longing, with the fear of being about to lose my friends, of life's only promise. No more love, no more kindness, just a final chance to be honest. No more love, only kindness, just a final thought of you. Then the water, then the water. Thanks, y'all. I'm going to keep it short, and that's it for me. Yeah, donate to the GoFundMe. Get that PPE, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Very nice. Master Lee.
So, I'm hanging out in Portugal at a psytrance festival, and they legalize all drugs. What? Yeah, all drugs. You can carry around a 10-day supply of anything. And if they catch you, they put you in a room with a lawyer, a government official, and a drug counselor. And usually you get detox because they're a civilized country. And I'm there at the festival, and the theme is shamanism. So I go to listen to all the shamans talk. And the first guy, he's an angry white guy. Sorry, he was. And he was very superficial. Next comes the African shaman. And she goes, I don't know why anyone would want to be a shaman. It's more work. Someone gets sick, I have to go heal them. It's more work. And that turned New Age shamanism on its head. Because usually people want to become shamans because then they can have a following and make money and have crystals. The final guy goes up, the oldest shaman. He's from the rainforest. He walks up to the mic, and through a translator, he could have been 70, he could have been 80. It's really hard to tell how old a shaman is, you know. And he says, ayahuasca is mysterious. Then he puts down the mic. I'm like, damn, that blew my mind. Imagine you're doing anything for 50 years, singing, rapping, writing, anything, and you still think it's mysterious. So I run backstage and get his phone number, and I end up in a rainforest in Brazil. And in Brazil, at that time, they used to give the prisoners ayahuasca, and people would get off heroin using the medicine. It's kind of like you're a grandmaster at chess. Someone says, do you want to play checkers? You're like, yeah, all right. Last time I took ayahuasca was 15 years ago in a Brooklyn loft. And I looked down and I saw my soul. That's some shit. Drinking some psychedelic medicine and seeing my soul. It was a thick piece of metal, rusted, off to the side. And I'm like, damn, I gotta clean that shit. And we're in the rainforest. And some of the people who went, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought maybe I'd be going to a monastery and everybody would be enlightened, or maybe at least they'd be, you know, spiritually evolved. And there's an ex-Wall Street guy, this guy Randy, and he's flashing his money, right? These people have nothing, right? The average Brazilian makes $9,000 a year. The indigenous make a lot less. And we paid $1,500 to be there. That's like 3 months' salary. And an indigenous guy is caught stealing from Randy. So they have a talking stick meeting where they have a rattle, and whoever's holding the rattle gets to talk, and the rest of the people have to listen. And a small native boy stands up and he pleads, "Please do not steal. These people are guests. We want them to come back. They live in houses with swimming pools and cars. Do not steal their things, please. House, house." And they made the tribesmen who stole carry water up the hill the whole festival. Because in the rainforest, there's no prisons. They can exile you, but that's it, or make you carry water. But you're stuck with each other. Then I had combo. Shaman is burning small holes into my flesh with a burning stick. And I'm trying not to flinch because he's burning a hole into my flesh. And he's putting on combo, which is the secretions of a giant poisonous tree frog. Yeah, I'm paying him to do this. Because the indigenous don't have any vaccinations. They use this frog. They don't have Western medicine. Once a month, a Cuban doctor comes to check on them. And every time you do these medicines, you throw up. It's brutal. It's over 90 degrees, and I'm throwing up. First, I throw up water, because you drink like 2 quarts of water. Then came the yellow bile. Then the darker bile. And the deeper the bile goes, the darker it gets, the more you get out of yourselves. So when I came back to America, I'd given up everything. And that's why this virus wasn't so much of a shock, because you gave up everything. It's the first time I've seen everybody really feel like they're in the same boat. The homeless guy in the train, in the subway car, you got to take care of him because he can infect everyone. It's the first time universal basic income. You got $1,200 because money is fake. You can just print it. It's the first time. And we got a leader who's don't drink the bleach. And his followers are drinking fucking bleach. What are you, an idiot? Whew. Don't drink the bleach. And it's the first time I felt everybody was kind of one, but kind of not one. Because I live in a rough neighborhood. And when I go to the white neighborhoods at 7 o'clock, everybody's clapping. It's really loud. But my neighborhood's tough. Nobody claps. Because you didn't clap for the people of color. You didn't clap for the poor. But now you clapping for the first responders. Thank you, Fury. Thank you, Die Jim Crow. Zoom, the ultimate house party. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Master Lee.
And last but not least, we have Bates coming on. Bates is an accomplished performer who has single-handedly dismantled pay-for-play in her city, which is awesome. She's coming from outside St. Louis. So thank you very much for Bates for being here, and take it away. Come off mute. Come off mute, Bates. I can't take you off.
There we are. Well, I was saying that welcome to all, and I hope that everybody's being safe during this quarantine, keeping everything kosher, smiling still, not letting little random sounds pop out from your laptop. But yeah, I'm Bates. I'm from St. Louis. I'm in the process of pulling up a couple of joints, so to make sure, because I'm just now getting all the way in, so I'm trying to make sure I'm set up right. But I'm gonna kick the joint off with something I did. It's on a industry beat, which I don't do much of, but this particular day, since it's like such an intimate setting, I kind of was feeling it. So this song right here is called "Change Up on Me." I wrote it for this album I have called 1990 Raw. And yeah, I'm trying to pull myself up here. There we go. All right, I'm in there. So cool. Let me know if I'm too loud. I wouldn't say time would tell, but it's clearer. I won't get beside myself, I'm no bigger. Considering we came from nothing, it's so little. Can never take shit from us, not no nigga. And my shirt heartbreak with no closure. I can hear them talking even when they don't expose it. Roll in isolation, haters waiting on my fall. Homies claiming that they know me, but not at all. It's been 7 years and I barely heard from y'all. Shed plenty of tears, many years have revolved. I can say it is what it is, but nigga, no. I can be too real with y'all, not to get a call. When you niggas rap without me, I kept pushing. When you niggas rapped about me, I kept cooking. I remember all that shit and I took it to the next step. Gotta pay me just to book me. I don't get it on explicit. Niggas change. I can tell you niggas having whispering my name, judging me for doing me after y'all quit. Laughed at you niggas when my head hurt the diss. Crash landed on it and when I heard it I was pissed. But even more hurt that y'all even thought of this. End of the day I ain't the nigga that changed. Y'all niggas tripping, they ain't treating me the same. Why you have to change up on me in my feelings? Swore on my soul, wouldn't nothing come between us. Could've lost it all, but I knew that we was niggas. Could've lost it all, but I knew that we was niggas. Why you have to change up on me? Yeah. Why you have to change up on me? Yeah. Like I say, 1990 Raw, y'all. Why you change up? Why you have to change up on me? Why you change up? Yeah. Why you had to change up on me and call it growing? But it's a fine line between wondering and knowing. We was talking building, I was down to sacrifice. Did it with no problem, wasn't nothing out of spite. When niggas wonder if you jealous, it be them dealing with their own shit, lacking confidence. I ain't even did nothing worth mentioning, but when you broke as fuck, it's all worth mentioning. Ain't nobody won't smoke, I can see him hurting, knowing we was once some bands and street merchants. I ain't fall asleep on it, wasn't my purpose. You don't wanna hate me, nigga, then keep working. Can't rely on nobody, but they ain't what was said. Nigga, I can shed many tears, even bled. Yo, in 50 minutes in the sense I was scared. And motherfuckers wouldn't understand a word I said. Guess when I pulled out the Bible, they was slipping. Guess when the church sent letters, we was tripping. We was on a mission only, I could go to distance. Now my stripes a question, never said I wasn't crippin'. Games up for life, but your family ain't. I'ma let them go just for Tammy's sake. The end of the day, I ain't the nigga that changed. Y'all niggas tripping, they ain't treating me the same. Why you have to change up on me? In my feelings, swore on my soul, wouldn't nothing come between us. Could've lost it all, but I knew that we was niggas. Could've lost it all, but I knew that we was niggas. Why you have to change up on me? In my feelings, swore on my soul, wouldn't nothing come between us. Could've lost it all, but I knew that we was niggas. Could've lost it all, but I knew that we was niggas. Why you have to change up on me? Why you have to change up on me? Yeah. Why you have to change up on me? Why you have to change up on me? Why you had to change up on me? In my feelings, swore on my soul, wouldn't nothing come between us. Could've lost it all, but I knew that we was niggas. Could've lost it all, but I knew that we was niggas. Why you had to change up on me? In my feelings, swore on my soul, wouldn't nothing come between us. Could've lost it all, but I knew that we was niggas. Could've lost it all, but I knew that we was niggas. Why you had to change up on me? In my feelings, swore on my soul, wouldn't nothing come between us. Could've lost it all, but I knew that we was niggas. Could've lost it all. Yeah. I say this called Change Up on me, y'all. That's on my latest joint. I mean my mixtape I did. 1990 Raw. That particular one I sampled all I used all 1990s beats to like try to bring back that vibe that we had from the 90s, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly how I'm sounding out there to y'all, but I'm about to ask.
It sounds really good actually.
Sound great, Bates.
Playing. Oh God. All right, I think I got y'all back now. Are y'all there with me? Can y'all hear me? Is everything sounding fine?
Yes, you sound great.
Okay, cool. All right, so that being said, I'm finna add on and do my next joint. We'll pull it up. If y'all love me, then y'all would follow me at Bates_STL on pretty much everything. If you can't find me, if you Google Bates the rapper, I'm also getting ready to put my tag here in the comments here. I mean in the caption here. To make sure everybody has it. STL. And pull up my next joint. But give me a second here to pull up some dopeness. Here we go. Excuse me, y'all. I was trying to get my sound together all this time. I've been working on this for like 2 hours. And I got stuff all over the place. But I got you down. This song's called Prodigal Daughter. It's on my last album called One God. It's got a lot of God references to the album, so hope y'all feel this. It's about pretty much finding myself as a child.
Wow. I remember my mama gave me that whole like spill about what I was gonna do when I got older. I know that was mad for the things I didn't do. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I know I could've went to Harvard, but so much had changed. I could've graduated college, I had so many A's. I could've been that girly model, rocking negligees. Remember telling my mama that one day that I'm just trying to find my way. Ain't too much more that I could say. Got no need for excuses on the choices that I made. You don't believe in something and you can fall for anything. Make a name that ain't only on the grave. My mind's in a different space, I gotta be great. They plug me in the system, they say it got. I never gave a fuck cause the streets allowed me to fake. The realest in this hemisphere and it's no time to be late. Precision ending, clearing your first, you died, then you wait. Then the ministers receive your tears, that's your life and it's fate. Now the hood like the paparazzi, watching coppers catch your body. Politicians hiding children, mistresses riding Ferraris. I don't bother me nobody, I'm just trying to see tomorrow. Relieve the sorrow of my people. When it's so hard to swallow, got homies that'll die for me, that wouldn't even lie for me. Who'd rather catch a bull than end up screaming at the sky for me. This rap shit took a lot of me, and I don't play the lottery. So every dollar spent, just know I earned it being property. Logically and honestly, sick of being property. Logically and honestly, sick of being property. And I know I could've went to Harvard, yo.
But so much had changed.
I could've graduated college, I had so many A's. I could've been that girly model, rocking negligees. Remember telling my mama that one day that I'm just trying to find my way. Ain't too much more that I can say. Got no need for excuses on the choices that I made. You don't believe in something, you can fall for anything. Make a name that ain't only on the grave. What's a 4.0 in community school when you just wanna rap? I live some days so desperate, made me want my cornerback. I'm far from that, worked hard for that with all that falling back. And it cost me that, and if karma's black, then all is on the map. I gave too much but still hurt, even my still hurt isn't that. I'm in position, fuck who offended, you cannot kill me, this is fact. Ain't no fear hurt, I do not feel fear. Look in the mirror, learning my black. If I had been inside, I would have been rich. Look at my wish and see where it lacked. I get defensive, really, I been here. Questions get answered that shouldn't have been asked. I made decisions I had to live with cause I'm a business. Got to the bad, dealing with friendships. They thought I ended, I just be living, nothing has changed. Call me a misfit, call me a shit sick. Just for your chick, she know me by name. Yo, it's my motto, y'all. No rest, always work, always moving, never stop. No rest, always work, always moving, never stop. No rest, always work, always moving, never stop. No rest, always moving, never stop. No rest, always work, always moving, never stop. No rest, always work, always moving, never stop. No rest, always work, always moving, never stop.
Wow. My mama.
Babes, thank you for coming through.
Y'all still there?
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming through. Phenomenal. Always, always. You know that.
Oh, man. Just a little something. If you don't mind, I'll leave it with an acapella, drop a little message on.
100.
Society's blinded, waits for Messiah. They want to judge me, see my attire. I am required, but not desired. Delicatessen, I am acquired. They want to judge me, call me a sire. I'm just a siren, warmed by the fire. I'm below temperature, warmed by the fire. Living a Holocaust, built for survival. Bombs over Syria, screaming Assad. We scream Assad, you are our God. They ask for leaders, we ask for followers. Eating today like we starving tomorrow. I heard the shots, but now I'm hollow. Flint out of water, brother can swallow. Black and Jamaican and won't add a NOLA. While white people tanning for eye melanoma. Fuck it, I give them one way to relapse. Hey, that portion, that muscle, that crack. Hey, no switching, no glitching, no act. Hey, that woman, that angry, that black. Hey, you give me a pin in the pack. Hey, and I'ma pretend I can rap. Hey, and flip it to limitless stacks. Yeah, goddamn, homie's not coming back. Once again, I'm Birch, y'all.
Yep. That's a song. That video is on YouTube too. Y'all can check that out. That shit fire. That's my shit.
A date with Lisa. Yes. I appreciate the opportunity, y'all. I appreciate everybody that came in and did their thing too. It's hard to put some stuff like this together. This is dope.
BL told me you were fire, but sure. Thank you. That was dope. Thank you, babe.
I appreciate that, man. Real talk. For real.
Appreciate you.
I'm gonna make sure I link up with everybody on here and get everybody so we can follow each other.
Please do. Yeah, I definitely made sure to follow you on our page. So
absolutely, I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we got some pretty accomplished musicians in here too, by the way. Just so you know.
And trash readers.
Yeah,
I'm saying I've been tuned in for a little minute now. I've been watching for a little minute. I just been able to get on for a little minute. So yeah, tuned in.
Yeah, glad we got St. Louis in the building.
Oh man, you know where it goes down first. We start the revolution.
Don't start. Come on.
Want the revolution will start. I was nice today, man. I got my street music too, but you know I always want to tap in. Especially, I was kind of confused. I was like, I don't know exactly what I should do today. But then I was like, you know what? You need to do something where it's message because you don't have that ambiance of like, you know,
the turn.
Like you don't have that. So I'm like, let me give him some bars today.
Yeah. Well, it was great.
Oh man, thank you.
Great way to close out the show.
For sure.
Thank you, man.
We hope to see you guys next week too. We're gonna keep doing this.
I'm with the shits.
Actually, we're gonna move to Sundays. So next Sunday will be our 4th show, and we just appreciate all of you. You know, like we hit our goal this week. We made 10,000 bucks to get. Let's see, we've donated like over 8,000 masks so far to 4 different prisons. And this week we actually supplied an entire women's prison in New York called Tatarsky with masks. So every resident there now has a mask. The warden personally reached out and said that they needed masks. So things are just really flowing with this. And that's why, you know, when we hit our goal of 10,000, we doubled it to 20 because we just, you know, we need to keep it coming in because there's a lot of people out there who need help. So we appreciate all of you artists for showing up and putting in the work to help get the word out. And, you know, DJC's been getting a lot of donations, a lot of follows. So we're very grateful.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fury, BL, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That trash reading was amazing.